Hello, hello! Today I'm going to tell you 5 tips on how you can have the natural birth you desire.
If you are new here, my name is Destiny. I am a mom to 3 boys. You probably hear them in the background. And I am a birth doula, birth photographer, and videographer. On here, I just want to share all things birth related, whether that's birth stories that I've captured, my own birth stories, birth support, and tips and tricks on how you can have the birth that you desire. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you give that like button a boop, subscribe so you don't miss anything, and let's go check out the tips on how you can have a natural birth.
I'm going to tell you 5 tips on how you can have the natural birth you desire. Tip 1. Hire your birth team that will be supportive of your desires. So I would suggest looking for a midwife, a doula, and just meet with them previously and interview them. I know a lot of people think that's kind of weird, and you wouldn't think to interview your OB or midwife, but there are different ones, and you want to find someone that is going to take care of you, someone that's going to be supportive of your needs and your desires and not push you into something that you're not wanting to do. So definitely before you establish care, interview the OBs, the midwives in your area, and find the best for you. Tip 2. With the mindset that you are going to have a natural birth, and start that immediately. Start listening to positive birth stories, to affirmations, getting people in your circle that have had natural births before, and letting everyone know that right now you don't want to hear their traumatic birth story. A lot of people like to come in whenever you're pregnant and just tell you all of the horrible stories. Say, just stop, okay? And let them know that you are wanting to achieve a natural birth, and if they're not supportive of that, then to just please keep their mouth quiet for a little bit. Tip 3. Make sure your husband or your spouse is on the same page. Let them know from the beginning what you're wanting. And this kind of goes back to tip number 1 with your support. So your spouse is going to be also a big part of this with support. And if they don't know that you want a natural birth, or they're not really on the same page, they could persuade you into something like getting an epidural, or not really supporting you the way that you need while you are going through transition or some of the harder times when you feel like giving up. So just having those conversations before and letting them know and sharing stories with them and letting them know that it's okay and that it's very normal. Thousands of women around the world are having natural births right now, and that your body was made to do this, and that's what you would like to do. Tip 4. Hire a doula. If you don't know what a doula is support person before, during, and after your pregnancy and birth. And a doula can really help prepare you and your spouse to have the birth that you desire, and they are able to keep a steady foundation and not get emotionally attached, especially when you're in labor and you're going through the hard times. And sometimes your spouse can kind of see you in pain and want to help you, and the only thing they can think of is pain medication or whatever they can do to help you. And so a doula can help keep that solid ground and refocus you and your spouse, and just encourage you and let you know that what you're experiencing is normal, and also give you so many tips and positions and maneuvers before you go into labor to help you have the optimal birth that you are desiring. A lot of it is, like I said, mindset, and also positioning of your baby to have the desirable birth. You want your baby to be LOA, and that's where your baby's laying on the left side. And that just helps baby go through the birth canal smoothly and makes it easier for you. And so doing like things like chiropractor care and exercises and just different positions to help encourage baby to move in that position is really beneficial, and having a doula there that knows what they're doing and that can help you get into those positions and just share that information with you is very beneficial in having a natural birth. Tip number 5, this is kind of similar to the mindset, but go in with there are no other options. So I had 3 unmedicated natural births, and I had all 3 of those at a birth center that wasn't hospital related, and so I didn't have access to an epidural. So I knew, and I went in with, I am not having an epidural. I'm not going the medical route unless it's an absolute medical emergency, but other than that, that's not what I'm doing, and that kind of helped shift my mind as well. So if you have any other tips and tricks on how you achieved your natural birth, please leave them in the comments. And if this was helpful for you, give that like button a boop and share with your friends, your expecting mamas, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya.